Portions of the following program may have been pre-recorded.
The following program's views, claims, or ideas may not reflect those of WSRR Radio or StylesRebelRadio.com.
And now, we take you behind enemy lines with Lucas DeRazio and Dom Ferro on WSRR Radio.
All Browns fans will go to heaven where football season's never ending. The leaves have changed, smell it in the air. Where every morning is a Sunday morning, the grill is firing and the drinks are pouring. All Browns fans will go to heaven and our Modell can go to hell.
Welcome to Behind Enemy Lines right here on WSRR Radio. We are coming to you on April 3rd at 10 o'clock in the morning. Thank you guys for joining us once again for another banger of an episode of your Cleveland Sports Talk Show from Pittsburgh. We are recording on Thursday, April 2nd at 3:52.
April 1st.
Got your ass, Dom. April Fool's Day. We're recording on April 1st, Wednesday at 3:52. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you didn't get me. You didn't get me as good.
I did. No, I got you. Because you thought I was tripping.
You didn't give me style.
No,
got me.
Style cooked you.
Style.
2 years in a row now.
2 years in a row, Styles got me good.
He's
on
gotten
April
you
Fools,
good.
He might be the April Fool
He's
master.
made a fool of you.
Because usually, like when I wake up and I know what the day is. I see stuff on Twitter, and I'm like, all right, that's foolish. That's nonsense. But then I see a message from Style, and it's heartfelt. It's got some emotion behind it, and I believe it every single time. This year, he said he was resigning as the head of WSR Radio. I was like, what's going to happen to the program? Our fans are going to be so upset. And I
Mitch
believe
isn't as big of a fan of our show, so I thought he was about to cut us.
That's what I heard. I heard they're going to make some major programming changes once Pidge took over. But 2 years in a row, he's gotten us real good. Yeah, so Styles got me really good the last couple years. We had to take a little break there.
My brakes are done. I got to go pick up my car. This episode's getting off to a great start.
It's unhinged. This is what we like, though. You know, it's the spring. We're in the off season.
That's right. It's officially April.
Show.
We can feel it in the air. We're ready.
But
we're ready.
I would say like the NFL season is about to kick off. I'd say like, you know, for like the teams, the official start is free agency, but for fans, it's the draft, I think. And then from there, we're just right into the next season.
That's right.
But right now, it is the off season. We're here. It's April Fool's Day, and Style fooled me again.
Yeah,
what was last year?
So last year, Style came on the now deceased Styles Rebel Radio show, rest in peace, and said that he was changing the show to be about classical music or something like that. And you were concerned about him, like, personally.
Yeah.
I remember you texted me and you were like, dude, is Style okay? I was like, whoa, what happened? What did I miss? And then I heard the show. I was like, you know, it's April 1st, right? And you're like, oh, man, he got me.
The guy just knows how to get it done.
Yeah, he's good.
He's a prank master.
He knows what he's doing.
He knows his April Fool's Gratification. And I feel like I'm the only one who gets fooled every year.
Probably.
It's like on Instagram, you look at the comments, people are like, good one.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no.
The Browns just didn't even try this year. Did you see their posts on Instagram?
Their helmet?
Their terrible helmet edit. It was just like very obviously like shittily thrown on like with Photoshop. Just looked terrible. They were like, yep, new helmet. And it's the logo on it with the helmet. So it's a helmet on a helmet. And like, it is a good, like, obviously it was a joke. And honestly, I kind of was like, that's a good way to poke fun at yourself.
Yeah.
I like it.
I saw a lot of people like, probably because I follow a lot of Steelers fans, so they pop up in the replies first. But they're like, you are not the team who should be joking around on April Fools. Like, you guys already are a joke.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, guys. I liked it. I thought it was funny. Actually, I just pulled it up. I had the tweet liked already. It said a new era introducing Origins.
Yeah, I like that that's what they called it, too.
Pretty good caption.
Origins.
So the Browns were in on the foolish spirit of April Fool's Day.
I like that they're at least having a little bit of fun.
Right now, I mean, April Fool's doesn't hit as hard nowadays, though, because of so much, like, there's already so much misinformation every single day on Twitter.
Yeah.
That basically every day is April Fool's. So
yeah, that is true.
Sometimes it doesn't hit as much as it used to, I'd say.
April's here, which means the UFL has kicked off. Real spring football has
Yippee.
kicked off. I'm sure everyone's fired up for that. You ready for that, Dom? You tuning into some UFL games?
No, not at all. I won't
No.
watch a second of that. It's just we get enough good football.
If
Like
it's
there's an
on,
off
turn
season
it
for a
on.
reason.
I don't care. If it's on, I will turn it on.
There's so much better stuff to watch though. Like baseball's back now.
We
The
were-
playoff hunt for the NHL and the playoffs about to kick off. So
Yeah.
I'm not watching.
No, for sure. Yeah, there's definitely better stuff to be on. But like last week I was chilling in the house. I don't know how I got YouTube TV, but I do. I don't know
Nice.
whose account is on my TV, but I have YouTube TV.
You,
on
like
my-
say
on
someone's
my-
name.
It says that's the weird thing about it too. Like you know how like when you log into something, there's like accounts, there's
Yeah.
different accounts. There's 3 on there. There's one named Stephanie and one named Sarah. I'm like I don't know who either of those 2 people are, and then one that's called the Coffee Bean One, and I'm like, all right, and that's the one that it was on originally. So I was like, I don't know who logged into my TV
Yeah.
on YouTube TV, but thank you.
You think it was just someone who was
Um,
over at your house logged in one day?
Yeah, I think it might have happened on New Year's Eve because we
Mhm.
had a New Year's Eve party, and I feel like someone pulled up New Year's Rockin' Eve,
Yeah.
and we like I don't have cable, so I know it wasn't me. So someone must have done
Someone
it. But
had.
anyways, they have
Thank you to
multi-view
them.
on there. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you so much, Coffee Bean One. They have multi-view on there. So I was watching some March Madness games, then it was like, I'll throw a UFL game in one of them. There was 2 games on. I was like, I'll throw a third screen up there and watch some UFL while I'm not paying attention.
How much longer is the UFL gonna be around for though? Like, cause no one's going to those games or watching them on TV.
If there was a Pittsburgh team and they played in Pittsburgh, I'd go. It's like,
For how much though?
the tickets are like $15, $20. Why
Yeah.
not go?
It can't be. If it's anything more than 15, I ain't going.
Yeah,
That's
I
for
think
sure.
that would be a good time.
Maybe, but like,
I think that would be a good way to spend a Saturday afternoon. You do that at like 1, maybe 4 o'clock. Go out after, hang out with some people, get some drinks flowing. Maybe
Yeah.
tailgate it.
but I mean, for football, I feel like you got to have some like emotion. Like you got to like care about what's happening. Like, who cares if a UFL team wins or loses?
I do.
But Pittsburgh wouldn't.
Yeah.
That's a thing. Like, if that's the reason why all they like they're named like, I think there's like a Pittsburgh UFL team, but they play in like Alabama. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, well, they were doing. There's not a Pittsburgh one now. They
Okay.
were. I think now they have actual locations.
Okay.
But for like the first couple of years, they were just all playing in Birmingham, Alabama.
Yeah.
Which I don't hate it for getting a league off the ground. It's like it definitely helped with like overhead and logistics. I think that was a smart idea.
So is this thing like still associated kind of like with the XFL?
With the
like,
Rock?
yeah, is the Rock still involved with
Yeah,
it?
well, the UFL was the merging of the USFL and the XFL.
Yeah, okay.
So it's both of them together. So now it's the UFL.
And what do they do like that's getting people into it?
They try out a lot of new NFL rules. So
Okay.
like they're kind of using themselves as like a testing ground for the NFL rule changes, which I think is like nice. I like that. That's a good idea. I think they might even be affiliated with the NFL in some way.
Yeah.
Like they did the dynamic kickoff in the UFL first, and then they brought it to the NFL. This year they're doing like if you kick a field goal from beyond 50 yards or something, it's worth 4 points.
Hmm.
I don't think they'll ever bring that into the NFL. If you get the ball beyond the 50 or maybe it's even your own 40, you're not allowed to punt now. You
Okay.
have to go for it on
Yeah,
fourth down. There's
I
no
like that.
punts, which I think is
Could be interesting.
yeah, I think that's interesting too.
But what about like,
The extra points you can go for 3.
yeah,
What do you think of that?
that's okay. I don't really like that. That seems like you're just playing flag football. at
Yeah,
that point.
I think so too.
That's
It's a
a bit-
little too Mickey
We're
Mouse.
stretching things too far.
Yeah.
We're like, I don't like the kick return changes. I don't know anyone who does.
I
You?
think I don't hate them.
Yeah.
I don't have an issue with it. I think too many people have an issue with it where it's like they're at least incorporating the play back into the league where so many like you look at the percentages and it's like so many kicks were just touchbacks or out of the end zone or fair
Yeah.
catches. Like at least now we're bringing special teams back into the game. Like and at least they're making an effort to do so.
Yeah.
Like
that's
I
true.
know that the game's been around for 100 years now or however long, like, but at least they're trying to continue to push it forward and
Yeah.
make it as good of a product as they can.
But what's weird is like the reason they kept on pushing back, like where they're kicking off from, was because they didn't want like injuries to happen on the
Yeah.
kick returns.
Well, I think that
But now
this
that
is
we're having more kick returns.
yeah, but
again,
the way they do it is both. You can make there be more kick returns, but
you could say
also reduce injuries by doing it that there's not as much high impact, high speed collisions.
interesting. Now here's a separate question. Why does every single league have like minor leagues or like a farm system, and
Except
the
for the
NFL
NFL?
doesn't have anything like that?
I mean, honestly, college football is their farm
Yeah.
system in a way.
In some ways, and then you have practice squad, but like what are those guys like? Are they're just practicing? That's it.
Yeah, those guys are just practicing, practice squad players. But I think why do they not have a minor league? One, because it's hard to find, 50 guys
Yeah,
who
for
are
32 teams.
yeah. Again, like it's hard to find 50 guys to field that many teams, and like 50 guys who are worth anything. I don't know, like just there's smaller teams in the MLB and the NBA. Like it's if you only have 12 guys to pick from, there's a chance that this now you have 20 at least.
Yeah,
Having 50 to 100, like there's very very little chance that the best guy, maybe not very little, but like the best guys on the minor league team aren't going to be better than the worst guys on the pro team.
yeah. I mean, but like baseball, those rosters are huge.
Yeah.
And it's not just like one minor league. It's like single A, double A, triple A. There's so many different like affiliated leagues with the MLB. It's kind of
It's also
absurd.
just less it's a lot less strain on your body
Attraction,
to
for
play
sure.
baseball than it is to football.
Yeah,
You
just
know.
do
There's
travel
that
around.
there's that whole you
But I
can
feel
you
like-
can get away with playing baseball for what does a single A player make?
not
Much at
yeah,
all.
not a ton.
Like, they're making a couple $1,000 a year, like I mean not a couple, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like near $100,000 a
Probably.
year. You can't play football at a professional level for $100,000
Yeah.
a year. You just can't
I
do
feel like
it.
you could find dudes who would though.
I mean, I would, but
yeah, there's a lot of guys who do that for six figures. And
yeah,
here's
but
the
then
other
what
thing.
kind of quality are you getting out of them? Then you're
Yeah.
and again,
And the quality
no
of
one's
life
gonna
for a lot of
watch
these
it.
guys
It's not like
outdoors.
you're getting anything out of it really. Like
And the big thing I think for the NFL is you have to think after you play a certain amount of years in the NFL, they have to give you like health insurance for life.
yeah, you're
So-
what do they call it?
I don't know.
They call it something. You're tenured or
Yeah,
something like that.
something like that. So like if you had guys playing in the minor leagues for
You get your
15
pension.
years,
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
yeah, something like that. Yeah, it could be bad. But the thing for the NFL, like you could 100% find 32 other cities in the United States and sell them out every single time.
Yeah.
Like put a minor league NFL team in Iowa or Nebraska, that place would sell out every single week.
Yeah. I don't know though. I think that is one thing that I have an issue with the UFL that I think that they should have done is they should continually focus on smaller markets.
Yeah.
Like, and I think they've kind of shifted to that. Like instead of they started in, like some bigger stuff. I don't know. The fact that now they're in Columbus and Louisville and St. Louis and Orlando, they're in places where there aren't professional football teams, which I think is better.
Yeah.
Whereas originally they started, now they're still a team in Houston, but like they started in Houston and Dallas. And,
Yeah.
I don't know if there was ever a New York team, but like they started in these big markets where like in Pittsburgh, where no one cares about, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Pittsburgh's football team is the Steelers.
Yeah. They don't even care about Pitt football.
Yeah, I was gonna say
let
exactly.
alone-
Well, that's why I was gonna
NFL
say though, like even if you put it in Iowa, you think Iowa Hawkeyes fans would be like, "Oh yeah, this is our team now."
Yeah.
I mean,
I guess that is.
I guess a little because it's in the spring, but
My mind is just like pro football focused. That like so many other places only care about college football. So yeah, there's probably a good reason why there aren't any minor league NFL teams.
yeah, I think it would be too much to handle.
Yeah, maybe one day though.
Maybe the way they could do it is maybe have a league
Internationally,
where there's they used to have NFL Europe.
they
where
just
they
shut that down.
Yeah, they used to have some. I think it just didn't work. Same
Yeah.
thing, like just the costs of it and all that. I think the way that they could maybe do it is have a minor league, a quote unquote minor league team for like every division in the NFL. How about that? And then the 4 teams in the division have to, bid
Yeah.
for that guy's contract or something.
That's interesting. I
But-
do like that
Because
because
then there'd only be what, 8 teams, just like there is in the UFL,
Yeah.
instead of having they're all 32.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I think that's how it works in UFL because, like you said, only 8 teams. So I think that makes sense.
Yeah, I
That
think
could
if
be
they
fun.
wanted to make it like into an NFL minor league team, you would have to do it that way.
Could be interesting.
The other thing the UFL brings is it has a lot of guys who are getting like their last chance U type shot, where you see names and you're like, oh, I remember like Dorian Thompson Robinson, a guy we just talked about a little bit on True Vault or the what's it
Lost
Lost
Media.
Media Vault. There we go, lost the show name there for me
It's all good.
for a second.
Yeah, we're gonna be going on
WSRR's, yeah, WSRR's Lost Media Vault. Check that out, guys. It's gonna be some Lost Media stuff. Episode 3 is the pilot episode of Behind Enemy Lines. So if you want to hear us from 2 years ago talk about some football and other random shit.
There are some interesting former NFL players
Yeah,
in the
there are.
UFL. Justin Ross, wide receiver, used to play for the Chiefs.
Yep.
Thought he was going to be decent for some time. John Ross, the guy who had the fastest
Really?
40-yard dash.
In the league?
Yeah.
Still playing football?
Yeah, he played in the NFL from 2017 to 2021, and then he had 1 year in 2024. But yeah, he was drafted in 2017, and he got a ring with the Eagles.
There we go.
Interesting.
Dorian Thompson Robinson, like I said. Austin Reed is a really interesting name with the Arlington Renegades. He just broke the single game passing record in his first start. He was like one of the most prolific quarterbacks in his college career at UNLV, I believe it was. Or maybe it was New Mexico. I think it was UNLV. And then never got a shot in the NFL, really. So, like, I think there's some guys like that, too, who are interesting, who maybe it's not their last chance or, you know, maybe it's not like they've been in the NFL, but are now going down to this level. But they're younger guys who maybe could have a chance at the NFL level. So there's some guys like that to watch out for.
Yeah. I might be a Louisville Kings guy. They got Benny Snell Jr.
Yeah, that's right. Benny Snell Jr. is another name on there.
Snell hasn't been in the NFL since 2022. 122nd pick from the Steelers back in 2019. They got some guys.
Yeah, there's some good names out there. A couple years ago when it was the XFL still, the Seattle Sea Dragons had Josh Gordon and Ben DiNucci, just an absolute lethal combination. So there's some fun stuff going on there. I think it's good. I try to support it, and I think I've said this on the show before, but I try to support it because I think it's good for football as a whole to have that, and I want to watch good football all year round. So
Yeah.
I'll watch it whenever.
Yeah, why not? I might check out a game here and there.
If it was local, maybe we should go to a Columbus Aviators game.
Yeah, for sure.
That would be a good time.
What days do they play on?
They play on the weekends, Saturdays and Sundays.
Okay.
I think they might even play like one game on Friday night, 2 on Saturday, and 1 on Sunday. The league itself.
The league.
I
got the Birmingham Stallions though to win it all this year.
I think they've won it the last like 2 years,
I believe
3
it.
years.
They have so many.
You know who their head coach is?
NFL guys.
AJ McCarron.
Really?
Is their head coach. Yeah.
Interesting.
Former St. Louis Battlehawks quarterback. So the UFL has got some fun names.
Do you remember Todd Haley, former offense coordinator for the Steelers? I think he was a former head coach of the Chiefs, like way back in the day, 20 years ago. I saw a picture of him recently. I guess he's a coach in the UFL. He looks completely different than he did like 10 years ago.
In
Like,
what way? He's got
bad.
some Botox or?
No, he's looking big.
Oh, good.
Yeah, he looks completely different. It was that was the only thing I saw from the UFL though. It's but Todd Haley was one of the best offensive coordinators the Steelers have ever had.
He was with the Browns for a while, which I thought he was, but
oh yeah.
yeah.
I can't remember.
Oh man, he's looking rough. Oh, he's with the Aviators. All right. He's
the offense coordinator.
He's their OC. That's right. You know who their head coach is? Another former NFL guy, Ted Ginn Jr.
Really?
Yeah. So shout out to a little Buckeye connection there, keeping him in Columbus. So you like to see that. I don't know how much some of these head coaches do, because like Ted Ginn Jr. Like I don't know if he has any coaching experience before this. At least I didn't hear about him having much.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden he's a head coach of a professional football team. So
It's
I feel like he might be a PR hire in a way, a little bit. I don't want to hate on them. They lost their first game, but they looked all right.
See how they can turn it around.
We'll see if they turn it around.
Yeah,
I like the
long
baby
season.
blues. I like the baby blues on the Aviators. They look good. They look good. You can give them that at least. We're a uniform forward show, so you gotta
sure.
like that. Maybe
Definitely
we
love
should
that.
break down who has the best uniforms in our next segment.
good
Something
idea.
like that. There's some interesting ones. Some of them are pretty fun.
How are the referees?
I think they're pretty decent. I mean, in my opinion, if the league is affiliated with the NFL, the NFL refs aren't doing anything right now. Why aren't the NFL refs reffing it? If they aren't,
I thought there's a dispute with the NFL refs right now. We might have replacement refs next year in the NFL. Yeah.
Scab.
Some guys like that. Some like Big 12 referees are going to be coming in and doing NFL games next year. That's what it sounds like. That's all we have news on that right now. That's a developing situation.
We'll keep you posted. Developing story out in the field. Out in the field. For the meantime, stick with us here on WSRR Radio through this break. Hear from our spectacular sponsors, and don't go anywhere. Continue listening to Behind Enemy Lines.
Based out of Chicago, Synergy Music Studio is built for artists who care about the sound of their music. From recording, mixing, and mastering, to full production and live studio sessions, Synergy works hands-on to help artists turn ideas into finished professional releases. They support the Chicago scene, and they welcome new artists anytime. If you're serious about your sound, start at synergymusicstudio.com today.
Independent music has always been about doing things your own way, not cutting corners, not chasing trends, and definitely not handing everything off to someone who doesn't care about the end result. That's where Hellbender Vinyl comes in. Hellbender Vinyl is Pittsburgh's first and only custom vinyl record pressing plant trusted by artists across the country. They work hands-on with independent musicians to make sure each release sounds right and feels right start to finish. Every project includes 5 free test presses, so quality isn't a guessing game, it's built right into the process. So, if you're serious about your music and how it's released, don't settle for disposable formats. Press it with Hellbender Vinyl. Hellbent on quality, hellbent on service, hellbendervinyl.com.
Calling it like they see it. Lucas and Dom are back on WSRR Radio.
Welcome back to Behind Enemy Lines right here on WSRR Radio, brought to you by our proud partners at Synergy Music Studio. Based out of Chicago, Synergy Music Studio offers, I lost my spot there, but that's okay. It's built for artists who care about the sound of their music, from recording, mixing, and mastering to full production and live studio sessions. Synergy works hands-on to help artists turn ideas into finished professional releases. They support the Chicago scene and also outside of the Chicago scene. So even if you're not based in Illinois or Chicago, you can send things into synergymusicstudio.com and see how they can elevate your sound. Dom, April has officially hit us. March is over, but March Madness got really mad there at the end of March. A couple of huge games, especially the probably the number one sports happening of the past week. UConn with an absolute Cinderella win over Duke.
Yeah, that was unbelievable. Instant classic.
Yeah.
Incredible finish.
Instant onions.
Dan Hurley getting in the face of the referee is amazing.
Beautiful.
Love that guy. How can you not love Dan Hurley? And
he's a psycho.
And how can you not love seeing Duke lose? I mean, that's one of the greatest pastimes in sports. It's always good to see Duke go down.
It brought everything together very well. I'm not like a huge UConn fan, especially because they have been winning recently a good amount. So it's not like I was rooting for them a ton, but at the same time,
I like UConn.
You kind of always have to root against Duke.
I think UConn is fun to root for. I mean, the men's team hasn't been amazing historically.
Haven't they won a couple recently?
Well, yeah, but I'm saying before that, before Dan Hurley took this place over and he made it into a true dynasty. I think UConn is one of the more likable teams in here. I think you could argue that the other teams that are still in here are historically a lot better, like Arizona and Michigan. Those teams have always been in there. They're always here. UConn, I think, recently they've been in the Final Four. I think the last 5 years they've made it. But man, I'm not rooting for Arizona or Michigan.
Not even with Bryce on Zona?
Bryce, it does make it a little more interesting. It was cool to see him in the background after they won.
You see him cutting down the net?
No, I did not.
Hell
do that.
yeah. You know, I mean, of course, every team, like every player on the team goes and cuts down the net.
Mm-hmm.
But there was like there was a TikTok or Twitter video that was like, Bryce James cuts down net after Arizona's dramatic Final Four appearance after his heroic performance or something like that in the Elite Eight. It was like, hell yeah, good for you, Bryce.
Really historic. So on the 4th, we have both of these Final Four games, UConn versus Illinois, the 2 and the 3 seeds, and then both the 1 seeds, Arizona and Michigan, going off at 9 p.m. that same day. Who do you like in these matchups?
It's hard to root against Arizona because everyone has been saying Arizona's looked really good this year. I don't know if you guys, if you listen to this show at all, you know that I'm not going to stand by anything when I'm talking about college basketball because I don't watch regular season college basketball, but I'll always root against Michigan. So for that reason, I think Arizona's going to take that one. And then UConn is rolling off of that big win. Illinois has been like, I don't know, they've been quiet almost this entire run.
But they've been going up against like really good teams.
I was going to say they've been going against, would you say really good teams they've played, Illinois?
Yeah, I mean they kind of got lucky going against the 9 seed Iowa, but I mean taking down Houston, especially in the way that they did, that was impressive.
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like I haven't seen a lot of them because they haven't played any close games. They beat Penn by 35. They beat VCU by 21. They beat Houston by 10, and then they beat Iowa by 12.
And the Houston game, like, it sounds like it was close, but they were up by 30 points at one point in this game.
Yeah.
Like, it was a complete whooping. But yeah, I think, they're definitely happy to get Iowa there. But yeah, they've been pretty dominant. They've got an interesting team, interesting dynamic. It seems like there's not really any star on the team, but they're not I'd say they're not as like buttoned up as the rest of the teams either. Like the way they're cutting down the net, they were ripping that thing down.
Oh yeah,
they weren't acting like
they're the bad boys of the Final Four.
That's what it seems like.
Okay,
they seem like the disruptors. They feel like they know that they're the underdogs, but they also know that they can beat anybody in this tournament.
Yeah.
So I think that this UConn Illinois game is gonna be awesome. Arizona Michigan, I mean, it's just 2 of the best teams in the tournament, so that'll be another great one. Pretty good Final Four we got.
If UConn and Illinois comes down to a close game, I think UConn might have the edge just because they've played in some close ones. Like they beat Furman by 11, then they beat UCLA by a good amount. But Michigan State, very good team, a 3 seed. They only beat them by 4. It was a close game. It was pretty back and forth. And then they beat Duke by 1, obviously in dramatic fashion there with the game winner at the very end from the logo off of that steal. Absolute meltdown from Boozer as he just lost his mind and threw it away.
Yeah, and I think I'm not sure if we talked about it on the show last week, but we may have talked about it in a break. But we were like, if you just threw the ball up in the air, how much time could you get off the clock?
Yeah.
And that was the perfect situation.
That was.
He just throws the ball up as high as possible. I don't know if there's enough time for UConn to get off a shot.
No. Did you see there was a clip that came out last month of the Duke, I forget what Duke's head coach's name is, but they were reviewing, like it came on my Instagram feed this past week, like right after this loss. And it was like, the caption was like, Duke men are smart or whatever, like being smart basketball players. And there was this clip from a guy who played at Duke on the Bulls. There was a missed free throw and he was like getting the rebound. He was leaning out of bounds. He only had 1 foot in. He was about to like his options were like either pass the ball and like probably get it stolen. It's under the other team's hoop.
Mhm.
There's 4 seconds left. So he did. He just threw it up in the air and the clock rolled it, or the time ran out.
Yeah.
The other team didn't get a chance to get another shot up. And the Duke head coach was showing the team this.
Really?
And he was like, you could do this. Like, look how smart this play was from a former Duke basketball player. Like, this is an option. And everyone in the like film room was like, yeah, you could just throw it up in the air.
Yeah.
And it was like, they could have, it was it. It was perfect. It was right there. All the comments were like, I can't believe I'm seeing this after the UConn.
That is wild.
Like,
I mean, that was one of the options. You could just throw it up as high as possible, but you have to commit to that. And also where he was on the court, you might get close to hitting the jumbotron right above.
I know. I was thinking about that too. You can't hit the jumbotron.
No, because that'll be a turnover right away. Stop the clock.
If you can, with like 4 or 5 seconds left, if you can throw it and hit the backboard of, like, if you can shoot and hit the rim in some way,
Yeah,
to like make
that's
there
tough.
be a bounce back up and there be a rebound, like there's a chance that would be
From
really
where he
tough,
was, though,
obviously,
that would
but-
be impossible with 2 guys in his face.
Yeah.
Because you'd have to get some serious arc on it. I saw some people saying like punts in the NFL, the hang time on that's probably like 4 seconds.
Yeah.
So
4 or
like
5 seconds.
getting a basketball up, you're not going to get that much time, maybe. But I think by the time the other team's able to get the ball, get a shot off, I think then you're pushing 4 seconds.
Yeah, I think, I don't know.
There's interesting strategies. I think the game plan by Duke to push the ball up the court, why not just get fouled? Why not
Yeah.
just hold the ball?
Why? Yeah, especially when you're up 2.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't like they were only, up 1, and if they get fouled, it's a 1-possession game. If you make both your free throws still, like, you have an opportunity to just hold the ball, get fouled, and make 2 free throws, make it a 2-possession game.
Yeah.
Trust yourself. And they didn't.
It was an all-time collapse. Freshman Braylon Mullins, 35-footer, onions.
Yeah,
That's what March is all about.
he really is.
I gotta say, I saw a lot of people giving love to Iron Eagle, and I just can't. I just don't enjoy listening to him.
You know who I think? I think Iron Eagle's good. But you know who I think I've been giving a lot of credit to from watching these March Madness games, who's great.
Who's
Who
that?
I've thought about this too. He does NFL games, is Spiro.
Yeah.
I don't even know his full name. I don't know, but everyone just calls him Spiro.
Yeah,
He's got a really good March Madness voice.
he's
And
not distracting.
He's not. No, exactly. He doesn't try to do too much.
That's what I
he
think Eagle
doesn't-
does.
Eagle I think
It's March.
Eagle's getting to the point where he's a little too comfortable and he's getting a little too big for his britches, where he's doing the thing that I don't like when commentators do and they think they're the show. A little bit.
He just he's trying to create these little catchphrases, and everything is about March, and everything is I don't know. It's a bit much, and I think also you hear him in every single commercial break too, because they're doing the CBS March Madness.
Yeah.
We're gonna be on the whole
They
time,
use his sound bites. a
and
lot.
they use his sound so much, and so I'm hearing it in commercials, and I'm hearing it during the game, and I hear him enough during the NFL season too. He's just not my type. I get that he knows the game so well, and he all things considered, he is a really good play-by-play guy.
Yeah.
But
I like him.
there's something about it. Maybe it's overexposure.
He could be getting to that I think we've talked about this with multiple people. My big thing is Steph Curry and Patrick Mahomes, that thing where everyone likes them at first, and then there's
till they don't.
the people are just waiting to tear them down for something.
Yeah.
And you're doing that right now with Iron Eagle. You're tearing them down a little.
A little
I
bit.
think a little bit, but he is getting to the point where maybe I'm just thinking this, but he's getting too big. He on the NBA game a couple weeks ago when someone, I think it might have been a Bulls player, someone dunked on someone from the Nets, and he said so and so just frame mugged the Nets.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, come on, bro. Now my defense of him is there's 82 NBA games. There's 40 of them a week.
Yeah.
You might have.
That's
it's kind
having
of
fun.
in the regular season, especially when the Nets are playing. There probably wasn't a ton of playoff implications. You can kind of mess around.
Yeah.
and have some fun.
I don't hate that. I think there should be more of these guys not taking themselves so seriously.
Yeah.
Especially NBA.
Yes, and
There shouldn't be
especially when it is, like I said, a regular season NBA with 2 teams that aren't that great, and
Yeah.
they're baseball. You hear the baseball refs or commentators just talking about whatever all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, those guys have fun with it.
They're just filling time.
They're there every single day for hours.
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
those guys more than they're with their family. Yeah, I don't know. It's been pretty good. I wonder if Eagle will get the finals nod to call that game, or the championship, I should say. But yeah, it should be an interesting finish. April 4th, final 4 games, and then April 6th will be the championship game. in Indianapolis. I always think the Final Four is always an interesting game to watch on TV because it's in such a big
Yeah.
stadium,
Yeah, I'm
unique.
always curious of like what that would be like to watch it in person.
especially from the
we actually have a,
nosebleeds.
we have a friend who's going to the Final Four this year. Our friend Carter is
Nice.
going.
Got
I
the
could
good
ask him
seats.
about it. I don't know where his seats are, but like I remember years ago, the one national championship was in the Superdome in New Orleans, and I was like, how can you even see the game from
Yeah.
like the top, like the upper deck?
Yeah.
You know? Like, is it even worth watching that?
I don't think so.
Like you even see pictures from like NBA stadiums where it's not a football stadium.
Yeah.
People in the upper deck are like, I can't
Can't
see
tell what's
anything.
going on.
They're like, ref, that's a foul.
Yeah.
Everyone down there looks like ants.
I mean, I went to a Cavs game a couple months ago just to see Kevin Durant. Could barely see him from where I was
And
standing.
he's a big dude.
He's a tall guy,
He's a
real
big kid.
tall guy. But you get to see the action. You know, you don't get to see the people, but you get to see the action. That's what college basketball is all about. I think the environment would be cool because it's not. Most of those people aren't fans of the teams at those games. Probably.
No, probably not.
You're just there to see a spectacle.
Exactly. I mean, like our friend Carter, most of the tickets are sold before you know who's playing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's a whole event, just like the NFL draft, and we're going to be talking about that a lot in the coming weeks, coming episodes, even this episode a little bit. It's going to be crazy in Pittsburgh.
yeah. Well,
If
next
you
week,
if you don't live in Pittsburgh and you haven't bought tickets yet or registered, don't come, don't register because it's going to be madness.
this city's infrastructure is not going to. It's already like traffic's already bad here now, and this is not a big city. Like adding another 700,000 people into
Plus,
this city
yeah.
is not going to be a good time for anyone.
No, I think it's going to look like when Bane took over the city.
Yeah.
Dark Knight Rises.
I'm going to try to go to day one, but I feel like that's how I'm going to feel. Like there's going to be an explosion. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Wait, wait, hold on. Let me backtrack. I'm not trying to say. And
I had to blink there for a little bit. I was like, oh my gosh.
wait, what's he saying? What is he saying?
You never know in this world right now with how things are going
Oh, God.
geopolitically. Hopefully,
I'm throwing
Pittsburgh
it to break.
will
I'm
be-
throwing it to
yeah,
break before we
forget
get
all
in
that.
trouble. Stick with us before to the next segment, and we're going to
be
talk
talking about
about
draft.
we're going to talk about fast food or something, and not
the Riddler
terrorism.
drafts.
Nobody cares about the details, seriously. Not the logo, not the stitching, and not the tiny symbol that magically doubles the price of the t-shirt. Think about it. The shirt you're wearing right now and the one I'm wearing do the exact same job. They cover us, they keep us warm, and they stop us from being arrested for public indecency. The only difference is a swoosh, a rectangle, or a name that convinced you it was worth more money. That's where GenericClothes.com comes in. They skip the branding nonsense and get straight to the point. Shirts that literally say what they are. Sports team, political statement, music band. No hype, no pretending, just honesty and a sense of humor at the expense of big clothing brands. If you're tired of paying extra for a logo that nobody actually cares about, or you want the perfect gift for someone who actually gets the joke, head to GenericClothes.com. Nobody cares about the details. Get to the point.
Playing the ball where it lies. Lucas and Dom are back on WSRR Radio.
Welcome back to Behind Enemy Lines and our final segment here on WSRRradio.com. We are brought to you by GenericClothes.com. Nobody cares about the details. Get to the point at GenericClothes.com. Don't sell out to big brand clothing empires and their prices. Make a statement at their expense with GenericClothes.com.
That was a lot of .coms.
WSRRadio.com
Do you-
also has some good clothes on there while
Yeah.
we're getting our merch plugs in.
BEL merch.
Yeah,
too.
some BEL merch, some style merch on there as well. There's all types of stuff on there, so check that out as
You-
well as GenericClothes.com.
Have you ever seen the show 30 Rock? Used to be
I've
on
never
NBC
watched it.
back in the day.
I've
Well,
never I know it's like SNL.
yeah,
basically.
kind of. It's like kind of like a spoof.
It's like a
of,
sitcom
behind-
of SNL.
pretty
yeah.
much, yeah. Well, there's a character named .com in it. I've always
Really?
thought that was a really cool nickname.
Didn't he like? Maybe I'm thinking of someone else. Did he sell his like identity? I'm thinking of a different show. I'm thinking of Community.
That's a good show too.
You ever see that episode where Britta's dating the guy who like sells his likeness to Subway?
No,
And he's like, I am the official mascot of Subway or something like
I
that.
remember that. I was watching a couple episodes of that recently though. That
Good
was
show.
good. There used to be some good sitcoms. I saw a tweet today. You know, millennials have their sitcom with whatever Gen whatever. All the generations have their sitcoms. There's no Gen Z sitcom.
Not yet.
There probably won't be.
It takes it.
That's
You have
dead.
to be. I guess
The
Gen Z
TikTok
shows are more
sitcoms.
reality.
More like
I feel like-
TikToks.
Yeah, yeah. There's no. I mean, the sitcom's kind of dead.
Fruit Love Island. I think we
Yeah,
talked
I
about
was
that
about to
last
say
week,
that.
right?
That's exactly what I was about to say. Gen Z's sitcom is Fruit Love Island.
Yeah. Sad state of affairs.
AI Fruit Love Island. Well, I think that our generation is more of a reality TV show generation, just because
Maybe.
like Love Island's like the biggest show in the world. Like everyone and their mom is talking about Mormon wives, secret lives,
I've
The
never
Bachelor,
seen-
The Bachelorette,
Yeah.
Dancing with the Stars.
These all sound like shows for women though.
I'm tapped in. I'm tapped in.
I want
Or
like
men
something
who are
funny.
watching with women.
Maybe, perhaps.
What about like Modern Family? That's
I
is
think
too
that's been
old
off the air
Yeah,
for,
that's too old
for
for
half
us.
a decade now. That's the
Hmm.
thing. Like everything's gone.
Well, there's no good sitcom.
I saw like Gen Z, our sitcom. There's like it's The Office again.
Yeah,
Like they're just back in a cycle.
just watch reruns.
Yeah.
I mean that's what I do. I still
Yeah.
watch Seinfeld and The Office, and
Yeah, they're still good.
if I'm walking on the treadmill or I'm riding the stationary bike, I'll turn on something like that. Sometimes I'll go on YouTube and it'll be like live stream best Office moments, nonstop, 24/7. I'm like,
That-
sure, I'll watch that while I'm walking on the treadmill for 15 minutes.
I can't watch the clips because I'm like I want to keep watching the whole.
Yeah,
episode.
sometimes I'll do that. The
I'm
other day-
invested and then switches to the next clip. I'm like, oh gosh.
The other day I was on TikTok and a Seinfeld clip came up and I was like, oh man, I love Seinfeld. And then I was like, damn, I got to do the dishes. I was like, I'm just going to throw Seinfeld on my phone. I've seen it so many times that I know what's going on. So I was just listening to it while I was doing the dishes.
You can
Pretty
envision
nice.
it.
Yeah, I already
See
knew it
what's
was
going
happening.
on.
I was like, oh, George, the big red dot on your sweater. What are you talking about? You're wild. Speaking of the gym and watching things on your phone, I recently discovered a new method. I was doing stuff at the free weights and I walked by this one guy's phone and it was face up on like shelf basically, like next to his water bottle,
Yeah.
next to the dumbbell rack, and it was a YouTube video about like I don't know how to describe it, like one of these videos, but like if you saw it, you'd know exactly what I was talking about. Like it was, I could tell from like 2 frames that it was one of those like cartoon videos teaching you about like ancient China.
Yep. I
You
know
know what I
exactly
mean?
what you're talking about.
Yes, where it's just like little cartoon, very simple like stick figures.
Before you even said it, I knew exactly what you're
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah,
I knew exactly.
yeah.
I don't know how I knew what you were gonna say, but I know exactly what you mean.
And it was in vertical mode, so you could see the like just the screen of the video was at the very top, and then like the descriptions underneath.
Yeah.
And the guy's not actually watching it; he's just listening to it because he's over at the other end of the room doing flat bench or whatever he was doing.
Yeah.
Um,
So how's
and
it
it
the
was
new
like
method?
the cat or the name of the video was like Jinping, the most powerful man in China you've never heard of, or something like that. And I was like, this guy's just getting it in. He's
guy's
getting a
kinda the
mental
man.
sweat in.
Yeah.
While he's getting a physical sweat in.
I've watched so many of those videos.
Yeah?
They're great.
That's awesome.
I
Do
wish
you
there
do it
was, like,
while
more-
working out though.
No, I
That's
have
why
to
it's a
listen to
new
music.
method.
I have to listen to music working out.
That's why it's a new method.
I can't get fired up when I'm listening to like dudes talk.
Yeah. Sometimes it's I mostly listen to music, but I've gone through phases of listening to podcasts while lifting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll be listening to a podcast and for a while I was listening to like Rich Eisen because I just wanted to listen to some sports talk.
Uh,
And I was like, all right, Rich, I can't hear you well. I'm trying to put up 325 on squat. I need to
Yeah.
change it to some music.
yeah, that's a problem. You
And
can't have some dude
have
talking
to.
in your ear when
Yeah.
you're trying to, go for a PR.
Especially when it's like Rich Eisen, who you've seen run the 40 every year. And it's like, God, this guy's a terrible athlete.
Yeah, how's this guy gonna get me excited?
He's not going to hype me up to hit a PR right now in the LA Fitness. So,
So that's a
so get him
problem.
off.
So
Move him
play
over.
some heat.
Move him over.
Simple as that.
That's right. Weather's warming up a little bit, Dom.
A little bit too much.
A little bit too much. Yeah, well, in your apartment that
Yeah.
doesn't have AC, yeah,
Yeah.
I would say that's any warm up is too much for you.
Place stinks. Don't ever move here.
Because you're
I
sweating.
would
and you
say
gotta
their
be
name, but like,
You don't even want to give them the marketing.
yeah, exactly,
The free marketing.
exactly.
The soft serve place down the street from me opened up, and they only open like during the spring and summer.
Yeah.
So last Thursday was the first day they opened up, and yesterday I was like getting home from doing some work stuff, and I I was walking home from the gym, and I saw this couple walking their dog, and they were walking opposite way of me.
Mm.
And I got home from the gym, I took a quick shower, and then I had to go do some work stuff, and I saw them walking back at me, like
Getting
they,
another cone.
they had just gotten a cone. Midday.
Second cone?
No, it was the
Oh,
first day.
okay.
They were walking to the place.
Gotcha.
And then they came back with the cone, and I was like,
I see.
it's 2:00. Like a midday cone is awesome.
Yeah,
You ever like having ice cream in the middle of the day?
it's not
Is
bad.
spectacular.
A few weeks ago, I had it for lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where at? What kind?
just like Ben and Jerry's.
Some B and
I
J
had nothing. I was like about to go to
at
work.
the house.
I had nothing.
Oh, now this is.
I had
now.
no-
Now you're getting into
I
degenerate
had-
territory.
I had no groceries, and I mean, part of it was on me. I'd like push back like eating before going to work, and I was like, I gotta eat something. Like I was running on fumes. I
Man,
was like, I'm just gonna take a few bites of this ice cream,
I don't know if that's the move.
and it gave me enough power to make it to my meal break at work. So
What kind of ice cream?
some new flavor.
Some
It was called
Kool-Aid?
like fudgy flan. It's pretty darn good.
I don't know if I could support it for.
Listen, it
lunch.
was one of my worst days in recent memory. So
Worst days in terms of what? Eating or just mental health or
just like type of day it was
Oh, okay.
wasn't my best.
So you needed the ice cream as a pick me up?
No. That like kind of just like
That was part of why it was a terrible day?
yeah, exactly.
You were just looking at yourself at the end of the day like, I had ice cream for lunch today. What the hell's wrong with me?
I mean, sometimes I make decisions early in the day, fully knowing that it's gonna ruin the rest of my day, and then I do it anyways.
Just self-sabotaging?
Just for like 20 minutes of like feeling decent.
Yeah, sometimes I'll do that where I'm like, let's see, yesterday I did this. I was like, I have 2 hours before I have to leave for for a showing or whatever it was.
Mm.
I was like, and I do have to go to the gym and I won't be able to go later. I should go right this second, but instead I'm going to try to sneak in a game of college football and then I'll go. And I did. Game went into triple overtime.
Oh, my.
It took way too long. So then I went to the gym. I only worked out for 45 minutes instead of like an hour and 15 minutes like I usually
Yeah.
would. So I had to cut that short. Then I had to come home, see the couple getting ice cream, shower in 10 seconds instead of 10 minutes.
Couldn't get yourself ice cream.
Couldn't get myself a twist cone. Yeah, I'm right there with you.
It's tough. It's real tough.
It's those you gotta practice more delayed gratification.
Yeah, no,
Me
that's a
too.
good
I
idea.
didn't say you, but me as well.
Everyone.
Everyone. Delayed gratification, people. What's wrong with you? But midday ice cream, if you don't have it for lunch, I think that's the move. Like if you
Yeah, you don't wanna have it
don't
for
get
lunch.
a place, if you get like a hot dog or a hamburger or something,
Mm-mm.
and then a little like a Frosty or a sundae on the side.
See, I feel like I gotta explain myself more about the ice cream for lunch
Okay.
because the way I was thinking about it was like, people eat freaking cinnamon toast crunch with like whole milk. I'm like, this
It's-
can't be much different.
It's honestly not as bad as it might seem.
It sounds horrible,
Yeah,
but in the moment I was like, this is just calories.
it sounds worse than it is. Yeah,
Like it's just milk
yeah,
and
if you said that you had Cocoa Puffs for lunch, no one would bat an eye. Really.
yeah, for sure.
But I mean, and that's really what it is. It's just a thicker cream.
Sugar.
And, yeah,
Sugar and milk.
that's exactly
all it
right.
is.
Pretty much.
I was kind of out on ice cream for a while, and then I saw like a tweet, might have been fake news, but it was like they did a study on people who ate ice cream for 40 years, and they like turned out they were like protected from like heart attacks or like something like that.
Great.
It's like I gotta start eating more ice cream.
Thanks for that's my excuse now.
That's all you need to hear.
we have an ice cream household.
They're like big something was against ice cream for so long. They didn't want you to know that it was actually really good for you.
Yeah, my fiance, she's like, I don't care what anyone says. Ice cream's good for you,
Really?
and I think it is. I mean, like, calcium is in the milk.
Yeah.
A little bit of sugar is never bad. I don't think that, I think
Little
sugar
bit.
gets a bad rap.
I mean, there's definitely like getting like Ben and Jerry's like fish food. That
Yeah.
can't be great for you.
I think
You just get straight vanilla ice cream
everything's good for you in moderation.
for sure. That's what life's all about.
That's
The
exactly
yin
right.
and the yang.
The one time me and you played golf, and I played golf so poorly, and I was so upset with myself that I saw the arches on the way home. Did I say this last week? And I got a
Maybe.
McFlurry.
I think
I think I did
sounds
say that
familiar.
last week. But yeah, I had to get that little pick me up.
Sometimes you need
Um,
to. One time we were
midday,
at
though. It felt freeing.
this is like a month or two ago. We went to a comedy show,
Yep.
and then afterwards we went to Dave and Buster's.
Yep.
And I was like playing these games. I was like 0.3 seconds away from getting so many tickets in this one game. And that's beside the point. I like had all these tickets. I went to go get something. I couldn't get anything with the amount of tickets. I couldn't even get a freaking sweet tart. Couldn't get anything. So I was like, that's it. I'm buying myself. They had a Dippin' Dot
Yeah.
vending machine.
I forgot about that.
Got myself a Dippin' Dot vending machine cup. and it didn't come with a spoon, so I had to eat it like it was like I don't even
like
know.
you're a dog?
Yeah, pretty
What
much.
flavor did you get?
I think cookies and cream.
Okay, that's a good flavor.
It was
I never
good.
understood. We used to get Dippin' Dots once a month at school. Like it was a fundraiser thing. And
It's a big deal.
I never understood why people would get like birthday cake or
Banana split.
Yeah, the banana split one.
That one's
I tried it one time and I was like, this is terrible.
Yeah, no, the banana one can't be good. I think I've had
you gotta
it
go
once.
chocolate or the cookies and cream.
Cookies and cream. I feel like I might have tried the cotton candy birthday cake.
Yeah, cotton candy might have been one of the other ones. Like I was like, come on, people. I was in like 4th grade being like, grow up, guys.
Keep it classy, folks.
Grow up, guys. Cotton candies.
Do you ever get anything else like at school? Like special?
Well, I talked about our pizza escapades. That everyone else wanted Domino's and I wanted the local joint. 'cause
Oh,
I'm a
yeah.
Greasy Dago.
Uh-huh.
Once a month, I think we'd get Buffalo Wild Wings.
Whoa.
And we get mild wings.
Really?
That was
Bone in?
nice. Yeah, bone in.
Wow.
And I would just, I remember they were always really good, but I would pig out and like get it all over my hands and face. And
How many would
whatever.
you get?
One order was a 6, so
Nice.
I usually would get 2 and get 12.
Dang. They're
So
treating you guys nice.
I'm a big cat.
When I was early in school, they gave us like Domino's, and then they just stopped doing that.
Yeah.
And they also did Subway, and then they stopped doing that.
One time though, we had Buffalo Wild Wings, and I think it was my 8th grade year, so it was my last. Well, maybe it was. No, actually, I guess I was in 7th grade.
Last B-Dubs Day?
It was in the summer though, so maybe we were getting down to the end of the school year, so I was feeling squirrely, so I got 3. but
Whoa.
I went 18. An
Dang.
18 pack of mild wings.
Sounds like a great
at,
day.
at noon.
Yeah.
And
With
on
a
the bus ride
carton of
home-
milk.
Yeah, with chocolate milk. On the bus ride home, I was not feeling great. And I was in the back of the bus because I was a cool kid. And I was like, yo, send the trash can back. And it barely got back to me. And I yacked at
Really?
it getting to me. And I could see I didn't want to get too graphic,
Bus
but I
driver
could see the
mad,
chicken
huh?
in it.
Oh,
And,
gosh. This is how the bus driver react.
she was all right. Well, she was cool, but she didn't mind too much. She was glad that I got it in the trash can.
That's true. I
That
blame it
was
on the milk, though.
Yeah, probably. That's the only time in my life, because I've talked about this on the show that I'm not a puker. That's the only time in my life that I was like, I threw up, and then after I was like, oh, I feel great. Like,
Yeah.
that's the sole time that I've ever puked and rallied. Like, and I didn't really rally much.
Rally to
but
get home.
I probably went to like basketball practice after, so that's a little bit of a
Rally,
rally
for sure.
But yeah, that was and I didn't feel like even all that bad. All of a sudden, I was just like, I feel like I might need something.
Something was
And
coming.
I passed it back, and it came up at the perfect time. And after, I was like, I feel good.
One time before we get off the air here, I was mini golfing with like my parents and stuff. And after we mini golf, it was so hot out. After we were done, we went to this restaurant. It's like, can I get like a Coke or something? Like, no soda. Like, whatever. Then I'm gonna drink chocolate milk. And I was so parched and thirsty, I drank like 3 glasses of chocolate milk, and I started feeling rough. I was like, I gotta go to the bathroom. I didn't even make it to the bathroom. I just puked in the middle of the floor.
Oh my god!
Never went back there ever again after that.
The floor puke is a scarring
For everyone involved.
for anyone. Yeah.
Anyone seeing that.
Yeah.
Rough
For-
time.
Exactly, for anyone. Thank you guys for joining us on Behind Enemy Lines. Enjoy your weekend and the rest of your Friday.
Peace.
The preceding program was a sponsored production. The views, claims, and ideas expressed may not represent those of WSRR Radio.